Hey, Perfect Spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, and they call me the Miracle Man. Now, let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. No time to delay. So, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of the stress, the anxiety, the worry, maybe stories of limitations, memories that are keeping you stuck in the past. So, like and subscribe to this channel, and I talk about getting rid of this stuff. So I was just wondering about the talk about today. So I just felt, compelled, inspired to grab Mom's copy of my first book. I don't dwell. This is my first book, and you get a free PDF of this in my Head Trash Anonymous global chapter, and I give this PDF away because the publisher went out of business. So I was looking, my mom passed about 3 years ago, but I just picked the book and I saw it, paperclip. I probably saw this before, but I didn't remember. She had this page paperclipped. So this is, wisdom from perfect spirit. And these were like all the channeled writings I was doing when I was a sick man. And this is written back in 2011 when, spirit was trying to give me some insights, some wisdom. So I would just be free writing after my practice in the evening, but I wouldn't really read this stuff back because somebody told me it was ego dumping and so to not pay much attention to it. Well, when I actually wrote this book, that was like, wow, I was missing all this stuff. The spirit was telling me that, which is true. So you read this and there's still lots of wisdom here. So, I don't dwell in my Head Trash Anonymous group on Facebook. You can get a copy. If you're not on Facebook, send me a message. I'll send you the PDF. I probably should put a PDF on my website so you can just grab that. And I have an event coming up next week on my new website, 5minutecure.com, because my practice was just simply 5 minutes a day. So let's look at some of these things my mom paperclipped here. Take a breath and exhale. There's nothing that is too difficult to overcome. Your soul will know the answer since it is always connected to the source. However, the ego will try to get in the way and prevent the truth to come through. In a state of pure love, there is no room to judge. To judge is counterproductive. If a person feels they are being judged, they will feel threatened. We must overcome the human nature to intimidate others. These are normally my words. I don't speak this way, but this was all channeled writing. So all that matters in the end is love. That's something I would say today. That's my kind of language, but here's a paragraph here. I would never say this, especially in 2011 when I was so trapped in my head trash still dealing with all my diseases and stuff. I would never have written this. There are many moments in life where a difficult decision needs to be made. Listen to your heart and the correct choice will be made. This decision may be frowned upon in society, but always trust yourself. Ensure each decision you make is filled with love and compassion. If your decision is filled with dishonest emotions, you will feel a void in your heart. If you feel uplifted, then you are living in alignment with your soul. Here we go. Do not feel bad about your prior transgressions. The ego was the king of your being. Think before you speak. Are you speaking from a place of love, or is the ego speaking for you? That is a deep question. In 2011, I wouldn't ask myself that. Think before you speak. Are you speaking from a place of love? Are you speaking from the head trash, the ego? A good way to show love is through kindness. Everyone is blessed with gifts, although a majority of humans refuse to open them. The mind is not the true essence of self. It is a place for the ego to hide. The ego will always try to override your ability to see clearly. How you perceive something is a product of the ego. Be in the moment, not the past or the future. Be here now. I still say that today. People may label you, but only you know the real truth. Do not accept the label given by them. It must not define you. Only you can define yourself. Be warned, if you choose to define yourself, you are allowing the ego to rule your world. You are part of the oneness. Only concern yourself with love. Health issues will lessen as you return to your natural state, free of the egoic mind. So I have all these little sayings. I guess I probably need to go through and create memes for all these and just post them daily on the Facebook group or a head trash group. But she has some other things in here, but that's the only page that's like paper clipped. I thought that was kind of interesting. Just felt calling to pick this. So once again, it's my first book, I Don't Dwell. And you can get a free copy of this in the Head Trash Anonymous group, or you can go to send me a message. But I do have an event coming up next week. You can check out 5minutecure.com for that. And let's see what is in here. Okay, my meditation steps in here. I'll have that as well. And I also have the second book here, Break the Habit of Negative Thought Addiction, that we're constantly addicted to this stuff. So the ideas that I have for the third book are simply the 5-minute cure. My process, my 5-minute process for finding that cure within us. And it's really that simple, simply 5 minutes a day to get rid of all this, all that complexity, all those difficulties. It doesn't need to be this way. I probably should reread this book. This is probably kind of interesting for me to read. Like, I haven't read these little snippets in the back, and I don't know how long it's been. I haven't picked up Mom's copy of this book for 3 years since she passed. Well, maybe a few weeks after that when I moved here to New York City. But it's kind of neat. There's still some notes in here from her. With her notes, like she always used to have, these kind of notes. I don't know if you can see this with her writing. So she had all these little notes to remind herself of stuff. So anything interesting here? Call her brother Sunday. I'm not really seeing much interesting written there though, but just remember, Spirit's always talking to us. I'm not special, I'm not unique. It's simply getting the head trash out of the way and realize all the wisdom is within us. There's nothing outside of us. But it took me a long time for that. So when I really reflect on my first book, that was really describing what I did. It was really listening to myself. I never had a spiritual teacher. I had no one, tell me how to meditate or anything like that. I discovered like Wayne Dyer, Eckhart Tolle, Yashante after I healed myself. And the book that made the most sense after my healing was Yashante and his book, End of Your World. That is exactly what happened to me. It was the end of my world, my end of my sick world, end of being a disabled man world, being bipolar, all those difficulties. It was the end. But every time, during that time frame, people thought I was in remission because it was kind of soon, and you can go in remission for a little while. But now it's been for close to 10 years now, because that was 2011, now it's 2021. So this will be like the 10th anniversary of hearing Perfect Spirit. And when I heard those words, Perfect Spirit, everything changed. It's like that lightning bolt. Yes, this is who I am. I am not this body. I am not this mind. Not all these thoughts. It's like the death of the ego. It no longer rules. Because we were meant to be free, limitless, with everything being possible. So continue to relax. The more you relax, the more you step into your power. This is your power center. This is just slowing you down, creating limitations and stories that aren't serving you. So really just take good care of yourself. Relax. Everything's going to be okay. But maybe the mind's saying this is not well this moment. We need to ignore that and realize this moment is perfect for my growth. The mind may dislike it, but it's for my growth. And the purpose of having this human experience is for consciousness to grow, for perfect spirit to grow. So others that come after me will know ways out of MS, bipolar, whatever it may be, because I've had those human experiences and I've overcome those human experiences. So we all have this greatness within us, this light, this power, and we simply need to relax to tap into it. All right, I'm heading off. Take good care of yourself. Bye for now.